It seemed like there were lights coming from the wrong direction. And that's kind of the last thing I remember.
Man, you could understand confusion and fear when a wrong-way driver approaches. So far this year, 4 people have been killed in wrong-way crashes on Connecticut highways. And 2 years ago, NBC Connecticut Investigates told us that the State Department of Transportation was actually looking into adopting some life-saving technology, the same that's used in Rhode Island.
So hundreds of accidents and 15 deaths later, where are we now? Chief Investigator Len Bestoff explains what Connecticut is doing to curb wrong-way driving.
What does a wrong-way driver see when getting on an exit ramp? We drove around Connecticut, then reversed the video to find out. Now imagine that car heading right for you.
Truly, the last thing I remember was there's light coming from the wrong direction and I'm going to move.
Each time Felicity Ellis hears about a wrong-way crash, it brings back memories of the night she was hit by a wrong-way driver on I-84 10 years ago.
There's a loss, a loss of control, a loss of security. There's always this sort of like, why?
Since 2017, we found 15 wrong-way crashes each on I-84 and I-95, 9 on Route 15, and 8 on I-91.
Connecticut State Police say most cases of wrong-way driving involve drivers who are impaired.
Just luck that we're able to stop some of these individuals from killing somebody.
But transportation officials in Rhode Island say it's not luck. In the 4 years since the state deployed 24 sensors to deter wrong-way drivers, they have seen just 1 crash in those locations.
We're happy with the success that we've had in bringing down those incidents of wrong-way crashes.
RIDOT led us inside its traffic management center to show us how the Intelligent Transportation System, or ITS, works. Once the ITS detects a vehicle going the wrong way, LED lights flash to alert the driver. If the driver fails to turn around, a second sensor is triggered, bringing up a video feed inside DOT's control center. If the driver doesn't self-correct, another radar triggers an audio alert inside the control center, and state police are notified.
Take some time to get the infrastructure in place, get all of the technology in place.
2 years and 176 wrong-way crashes after Connecticut's DOT told us it was looking into similar technology, the state is now ready to take the first step.
So we're trying it at one location, out in Danbury, at the exit 8 off-ramp.
That should be up and running in the fall. The Connecticut DOT says it picked I-84 West in Danbury for the pilot because there have been 3 wrong-way incidents around that off-ramp since 2015. But the department says it's had difficulty identifying other potential hotspots where drivers are getting on in the wrong direction.
And they tend to happen more at when on-ramp and off-ramps are side by side. So we looked at those.
But Connecticut DOT and state police say what works for our neighboring state won't necessarily work for us.
Fortunately, when we do have these accidents, they don't occur in one centralized location. They're spread across the state.
And there will always be anomalies, like what happened to Felicity Ellis.
Literally pulling a U-turn on the highway. He had traveled 9 miles in the wrong direction in the left-hand lane.
Connecticut's DOT is also rolling out traffic cameras at different intersections across the state that can detect wrong-way vehicles. For NBC Connecticut Investigates, I'm Len Bestoff.